Everybody has a podcast.
Welcome in. But hope all y'all doing good and back again after a few days of rain on the weekend, and I hope y'all had a good week this week.
Jay Wiggy, take out the trash!
Yeah, you're right. A rainy start to the Valentine's week. Grant Mills, do you have a Valentine this week?
I don't know. It's weird.
Is it? You're going to change your Facebook status to it's complicated?
No, that's so stupid.
Yeah, that was always like an.
Say that fucking dumb shit. I don't know.
Was that a? Seems like an attention grab when people did that. Well, do you have any plans this week for Valentine's Day?
Not really. What about you?
No, I think maybe for the kids, get them a little basket of candy, something like that. I've always felt it was more of a female holiday than guys. I don't think guys like it as much as the girls, but it's I think you can have fun with it. As a kid, I looked forward to it because in school you got to eat candy and not actually do learning stuff. But as I've gotten older, not really. I have fun with it though. I do my best for the kids. They enjoy it, but
It's a scam.
like most of the Hallmark holidays, right?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you on Valentine's Day. It's not that exciting, but I hope you have a good one. I hope all you listeners have a great one as well. Good to be back this Monday evening, wet and dreary down south. Had a Super Bowl last night. Did you watch it, Grant Mills? And what are your thoughts?
It wasn't that good until like way later on. It started getting good, and I don't know. I never really cared for the Super Bowl. It was more of a spectacle, kind of like just because that's when all the people that don't watch football for the stupid commercials. I don't know. Just it's never as good as the regular season to me.
Yeah, I agree. It wasn't. I went to the garage on the treadmill, try to walk and run a little bit while watching it, and I don't get into and never have the entertainment aspect of it, the commercials, the halftime show. I know a lot of people do. It's really not my thing. Uh, it's kind of over. I mean, I think now too. Back in the day, maybe a little more because commercials was the way you saw what was dropping, new releases, movies, the new car coming out, new video game. Now you've got so much social media every
Yeah,
day.
we're
A phone.
bombarded with that shit all the time.
Yeah, people just get tired of it. So I think it's way overrated, and they don't have the. There's nothing really worth tuning into, in my opinion. So, yeah, I didn't really watch it. I was hoping a San Francisco win. That did not happen, just because I've grown to like Brock Purdy, respect him, and he didn't do it. But not really a great game. Not the worst I've seen. Glad it's over, but I'm not glad football season's over.
Yeah, yeah. The best part about football season's just the beginning and the middle, and when it gets down to the championships and the Super Bowls, I don't know. It's just not as exciting. It's more about pageantry, I guess.
Yeah,
You get
football's
that, and it's just, I don't know. It's not the same.
yeah, the whole landscape in college and professional seems like it's changing in a unknown direction. But what is known is a lot of people do not like that direction, and I tend to be one of them. College with the NIL shit and the transfer, we need more rules. I think I don't know what they would be, but I think they're coming. Professional, it's just becoming an entertainment grab. A look at me. Uh, it's not as exciting. So we'll see. Maybe the USFL or the UFL will change that for the better.
Maybe everything's so damn watered down now, so it's hard to get any real enjoyment out of anything anymore. It seems.
Yeah,
So it's a sad time in the world.
it is.
It's really going to hell, man. I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not trying to be pessimistic, but it's just, man, I don't know. Life's gotten, I don't know, man. God, I'm kind of like at like a precipice. I'm like, man, I think I should have had kids, but then I think about, man, I'd be like, kids, I'm sorry, but this is not what I wanted to bring you up in. I had no idea the goddamn world was gonna do this, but man, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's always grass is greener on the other side. I always tell people, if I could go back, if I never knew my kids, probably wouldn't have them.
Well, it's not even that, man. It's the goddamn world now,
That's
man.
the thing, though. Yeah. Well, and the thing is too. I mean, you love your kids more than anything. It's just the stress of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the world is bad. The stress of school and the stress that it brings a person. So I mean, it's nothing against the kids. You love them. That's how we keep humanity going. But man, for a lot of people, it's a lot of stress. I'm included in that group of people. So you gotta, yeah, do the best you can. They're constantly slammed with influencing shit, and all this bullshit. We need, you know what? We need more men out there like Sean Strickland. You seen Sean Strickland, UFC fighter?
Oh yeah, I like old Sean.
I love him. I like how he calls out these fucking influencers and
We
shit
got a
like
bunch
that.
of pussy ass guys now, man. It's making it worse. It's not good.
Yeah, he calls it out. He calls it like it is. I think he's a cool dude. So no, man, it's gloomy Monday starting. But no, there's some great news though. I've got some things to chat about. Grant Mills, I know you do as well. I'll tell you a little tidbit that this is kind of funny. Next month, I may have to go to the Northeast for some training, trying to get that scheduled down. And there's 2 states up there I've never been to. One of them is Rhode Island, and the other is Vermont. So I was looking, since I may be up there on a weekend, trying to drive through those states just to, have lunch in one or dinner in the other. They're pretty close, 2 hours apart from where I'll be, so I could probably knock that out. That way I will have narrowed down I've been to all the New England states, right? Well, I was looking, and on the map, there's a place in Rhode Island called Grant Mill.
Oh,
And and they
nice.
actually, and I got to tell you, they have a website. At least I think it's a neighborhood up there. It's on the map, so got to be something. So I looked at grantmill.com, no S, just Grant Mill, and it's a nice luxury, exceptional loft apartment homes in the heart of downtown Providence. And man, you got to check it out. If you look at this, they've got Grant Mill written all in script and shit. And these are
Nice.
some pretty badass apartments. So Grant Mills, your name in Rhode Island apparently precedes itself. It's you're a luxury apartment building.
Nice.
Yeah, the 2-bed, 2-bath starting at $26.99 a month.
Oh my fucking god, that's insane.
Yeah, in
The
Providence.
fuck?
You wake up in Providence, Rhode Island.
Yeah, I think I'm good on that.
I am too, but it's a cool website. So if you guys are ever interested in grantmill.com and looking at your next home in Providence, give it a look-see.
Yeah, boy, check it out. Who we got? I think we got somebody that's coming in.
Hey, y'all. William Bailey celebrated Valentine's Day. It's pretty cool, and every day Valentine's Day, y'all.
All right, good to have you in. Jay Wiggy, did you see you and the old Battle Axe celebrated early, right? Yeah, you told me that last week, right?
Yeah, we went out this weekend, had a nice dinner, pretty good stuff. So
Nice.
had a nice Italian dinner, Italian food.
Italian, what'd you get? A lasagna?
I got a linguine and meatballs and a little calamari to start. I'm a big calamari fan. And yeah, we had some dessert too. What was the dessert? Not what you guys are thinking. Nothing like that. I had an espresso. I know that. I'm trying to think of what. Oh, you know what? It was bread pudding.
Oh, I hate bread pudding. That shit nasty as fuck.
You know what? I'm yay and nay on it. I've had it where it's really nasty and soggy, and it was really overrated. This was great. This was Bellini's on 280. Have you ever been there?
No, I've heard of it though.
Oh, it's fantastic. It's yeah, and even the I guess it was the manager. She came around, was checking in on everything, and we were kind of gandering at the menu. We weren't even thinking about bread pudding. She's like, "Oh, you gotta have it. If you don't like it, just send it back. We'll get you something else." But it's the best. She did not have that voice. She actually had a softer voice. But yeah, man, it was fucking good. I give her a lot of credit.
Never had a good bread pudding. Shit nasty.
Man, give it a try. We'll get down there, me, you, Big Mustard, the whole squad, and get down with some bread pudding.
It was pretty good. Chef on Fong got a coconut cake that I'll get. That's pretty good. I don't know if you like coconut, but usually people hate it or they love it.
I love it. I'm actually one of the. I agree with you. People, it's a yay or nay for everybody. There's really no in between. But I love it. I've always been a coconut fan. So you are too.
Yeah, I like coconut. It's good, especially with a lot of cream, coconut, maybe a cherry, something like that.
Oh.
That's not what this is. This is more of I don't want to say carrot cake, but it's kind of like carrot cake inspired, I would say, but not.
Okay.
I don't know. And then it's got the coconut, and it's kind of. I will say, it's got like a man. I don't know what it is. I can't even explain it. It's got some kind of like, what do you call that, man? Shit. It ain't. It's like a not syrup, but like a. I
Almost
don't
like
know.
molasses, maybe.
Yeah, no, man. It's fuck. I'm trying to set like I want to say kind of like bread pudding, but without that them chunks and shit. It's like a I don't
Umami.
know, man. No, like a cream sauce, maybe. You know, like a little sugary cream sauce that's at the bottom of it. It's pretty good, man.
Man, we throwing out all
And
the words that chefs never use.
they got a lot of shit I want to try on the seasonal menu. So like they got the beef bourguignon. It's on Fridays, and the pork schnitzel. It's actually something I've wanted to try, and it's on the regular menu now. So usually when I
this
go
is
there, I always get the same thing.
this is at Chez Fon Fon.
Oh yeah, usually I always get the steak, or I'll get the steak frite, or they got a trout almondine. It's fucking good. And coco van, I don't think it's on the menu now. Maybe to put it back, but my God, I love that place. Probably go there this week at some point.
Yeah, I'm about to look at their menu. I have not been there in a long time. We need to do that. That'd be I think this week is a kid week, but maybe before I head up northeast next month, we need to get some of the homies down there. I wonder if we could get a couple of us down there because are they not too expensive, right? Reasonable.
No, I think it's good. It's not bad.
No, I'm looking right now. I think this is. You say you usually get down the steak
Mm-hmm.
frites. That'd be more of what I would like. Let's see what they get down on. I wonder. We could Big Mustard. I know he loves to go down there. He's down there now. He's in Birmingham. So shout out to Big Mustard. And yeah, we'll have to hit him up and maybe a couple of guys. That'd be fun, man. I'd be down on that. Give a review.
Yep. Classic. Man, have you seen this power slap thing?
I think it's the dumbest shit ever. Can't
What
stand
the
it.
fuck is that? Why is Dana White behind this?
I can't figure it out because I like Dana White a lot. Besides Power Slap and his, uh, he's had a couple of questionable things he's done in his personal life, but I like him for the most part. I'm wondering if he just got head over heels invested into it. He thought it might catch on, and it was just one of those things that he made a hugely terrible decision on because it's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. And now he's just kind of got to ride with it.
Yeah, it's totally stupid. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, it's
There's
terrible.
like a kind of disclaimer they got to sign.
God, man, I don't know. A lot of UFC fans, and myself included, I like UFC, and he'll use the UFC and tag Power Slap so he gets all the UFC views, and all the comments are like, "What the fuck? I don't want to watch this dumb shit. This is dumb. Oh my God, they're getting CTE every slap." And yeah, I tend to agree with that, man. That's shit awful.
Yeah, what a stupid thing. Oh, oh man, I had sex with a girl this weekend.
Oh, how'd that go?
Oh man, her ears were so big she could hear bacon frying in Canada.
I love bacon, yeah.
I do too. I had a bacon cheeseburger tonight. She was good.
You make it at home?
Hell yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, man. I got some red onions, pressed them into the smash burgers, so the Burger Royale seasoning on one patty. I don't do two because it's too much seasoning. And then 2 slices of Sargento mild cheese on each patty, and some what is this? Apple bacon, smoked applewood bacon. I don't even know what it is. It had apple in it. Anyway, man, that shit was good. And mustard mayonnaise and a little sriracha.
Sounds delicious. Did you now? I've seen these online floating around before, and I don't have a good scale. I guess we'll just use 1 to 5. How do you like your bacon? Do you like it 1 where it's droopy and flappy, or 5 crispy as fuck where it snaps in half, or somewhere in the middle? How do you like to have your bacon?
I like it more on the crispy side.
Okay.
What about you?
I think I'm kind of in the middle of it. I think I would err towards the crispy side, but I like it to have maybe a little bend to it. Just those nice fatty chunks in it that are still got that fat going on. I don't know. Kind of in the middle. I don't like it where it's just completely floppy though.
I like mine medium rare, yeah.
Hey, you gotta get trichinosis.
What'd you call me, Mother P?
And you're gonna get a fucked up one of those Spirilio virus.
Oh,
Getting bugged. Fortunately, I do love some bacon. Man, those are good. Good. Until I read the sodium content on the back of the package and then I cringe.
ooh, ain't bad.
Like I saw my grandmother in a bukkake video.
Oh,
That's an old Greg Giraldo joke. Shout out to him. Oh man, he was a funny fuck. God, I miss him, man. Rest in peace, Greg Giraldo back in the day.
R.I.P.
Yeah, man. What a funny fuck. Well, he used to do those roasts, man. He did he'd kill. He'd kill.
Big fan of a roast.
But oh gee, so this weekend was all nasty. Would you stay inside with the fam all weekend?
Yeah, not too much to do this weekend. It's still nasty out, wet. I actually walked in the yard today, just doing some piddling around, and the yard's all soggy. So, not much. It was wet, wacky, windy, boring, quiet weekend. So, yeah,
how's the new
nothing.
gig going so far?
So far, so good. I did actually sneak up to Tennessee today for a little bit. I say Tennessee. It was literally 5 miles over the Alabama state line. I had to do my fingerprints for some licensing stuff that I have to do every 4 years. And Alabama, of course, does not have a station where you can go and do the digital fingerprints. Tennessee, of all things, 5 miles over the state line does. It's almost like the lottery. You go into Tennessee and things almost instantly got better. But everything's so good. So far so good. Kind of quiet as I'm into it. This will be my official 4th week beginning, and no complaints. Nice and quiet.
So you're just at a computer, like doing stuff.
Yeah, I'll be completely virtual 100%, which is a nice change of pace after a decade of traveling and inspecting and things like that. I've wanted to go this way, and I've kind of migrated that way a lot. Yeah, how do you feel about that? You've been out in the field. We've talked about that. You've been in the field, but I used to do some long ass drives. I think I'm happy being at home, but we talked about the walls closing in on you, so you need to get out here and there. So I think sometimes I'll want to, and you can still volunteer when big events come up, bad weather, things like that, to get out in the field. But for the most part, I'll be 100% at home.
You had a lot of conference calls?
Yeah, I think I got like 3 tomorrow and shit.
Damn. See, I hate conference calls. I fucking hate that shit.
Yeah, I'll give them credit. I think they try to loop them in on one day, and then we only have 1 meeting a month for the team, which is fantastic. We used to have, where I've mostly been at, like once a week meetings and things like that, and they were unnecessary fluff. So for the most part, not many. I think right now I do because I'm still new, but it'll slow down. I'll be on my own soon, and I'm looking forward to that. I do like that, man. I like being able to work at home. Shout out to all you fellow at-home workers, especially when I'm not locked into a time. I haven't had a job where I've had to clock in at home or anything, and I don't think I'd like that. It's just really, roughly get online, get your shit done, be done with it.
Are you busy throughout the day, or is it like...
I probably will be when I start getting work actually in on a full schedule. I think once they finish, even though I've done this for over a decade, they still want everybody to go through their training protocol, and that'll be what I'll go to the Northeast for sometime next month. But yeah, I'm probably not full capacity until after that. So I'm already working on a couple of files, but yeah, nothing too. It will get busy, but one of those things. I feel like you do your 8 to 4:30, 8:30 to 5, whatever it is, and if you didn't get it all done, there's always tomorrow.
Show that man. I mean, ho, ho, blah, 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 ho, hey, 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 hey. got some news for y'all. Lost dog found 600 miles away after nearly 4 years on the run.
Hello, dog, yeah.
This one by Ben Hooper. A dog that went missing from a family friend's Colorado home in 2020 turned up 4 years later near the Mexican border. He's in a little nearly 600 miles away.
Damn.
Benjamin Baxter was 13 years old when he was brought home when he brought home a 6-week-old puppy named Patches. But in 2020, he had moved to Nebraska for a new job, and his new rental home did not allow dogs, folks. Patches stayed with a family friend in Callan, Colorado, while Baxter searched for a new home that would allow his pet, but she had only been staying with a friend for a couple of months when she escaped. Baxter said he initially wasn't worried since Patches had a history of escaping, but as the days wore on, there were no responses to the, quote, lost dog posters. He gave up hope. Baxter's wife, Elizabeth, received a phone call January 31st from his brother who said she had been receiving calls about Patches being found in Las Cruces, New Mexico, but she suspected the calls might be a scam. Baxter contacted the shelter and was soon convinced they indeed had his long-lost furry friend. Patches was brought home from New Mexico to the family friend's house in Colorado. Like, I didn't read that. Patches was brought from New Mexico back to the family friend's house in Colorado, where Baxter said he will soon drive to bring Patches home for good. A lost dog was found in England in December, even after a longer period of time, 6.5 years. Lost dog recovery UK South said a dog named Rose fled home less than 24 hours after being adopted and was found living in the woods 6.5 years later. Now, the dog, 12 years old, has been surviving on her own for nearly half her life, the organization said. There you go, folks. A little good news there for you dog lovers.
I mean, that's a good story, yeah. I'm so happy.
Yeah, not bad. Could have been worse.
Could have got hit by a car.
Yeah, I could have got eaten by an illegal immigrant.
No. Unexpected.
Oh,
Get on out of here, Peanut. You remember that shit? Get on out of here.
Peanut. Man, what he's up to?
Peanut did.
Peanut. Oh, holy shit. What else is going on? You know, I love world records. World's largest balloon dragon assembled in Hong Kong by Ben Hooper. Now, you can look at this one on YouTube. A dragon sculpture made from approximately 38,000 balloons at a Hong Kong shopping mall was awarded a Guinness World Record. Balloon artist Suzy Wilson Pang and Kung Lung Ho led more than 60 volunteers in construction and sculpture. The finished dragon measured 137.04 foot long, earning the Guinness World Record for largest balloon sculpture of a dragon. The sculpture was created as part of Chinese New Year celebrations and will remain in place until the end of February. The artist said the biggest challenge was to make sure the dragon remained in one piece without any kind of non-balloon support structure. I'm looking at this thing, man. It's crazy.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah. I wonder. I don't know. I can't see myself being too jazzed about how, doing that. I don't know how people get excited about, doing something like this. I don't get it, but,
No, people, it's funny when you see people with unique ventures, weird hobbies, things like that, because some of them are, I'm with you. But, I mean, I guess there's shit that I do that people are like, how do you get excited about that? So, to each their own.
To each their own, my friend. Oh, looks like we got a little bit of video game news here. All the Xbox games rumored to come to PS5 and Switch. You might be playing Team Green's biggest hits on something other than an Xbox soon, folks. This is by Willa Rowe. Recently, the game industry has been shaken by the news that could change the dynamic between console giants Xbox and PlayStation. A number of recent leaks suggest that Microsoft may be planning to put aside exclusivity and bring its catalog of titles like Halo to rival platforms, even to the PS5. The fans of this rumor flame were stoked further by a recent GameStop ad that referred to Game Pass as Microsoft Game Pass. The internet was so aflame. Xbox head Phil Spencer had to break his silence and reveal a business update event coming on undisclosed days of the week, February 12th, that should debunk or perhaps confirm the rumors. Either you excited about the prospect of playing more Xbox game titles on any platform you want, or you are lamenting for the end of an era for Team Green, or you don't give a shit. Although it seems like most diehard Xbox fans are decidedly not okay at the moment. With so many leaks happening in the past days and weeks, it's hard to know which Xbox games could lose their exclusivity status and end up on PlayStation and or the Nintendo Switch. Looks like I don't know. Looks like we'll see. There's not. It says there's a roundup of all the rumors, leaks, and reports for every game in one place, but I don't see any links or anything. So I'm not sure what that is about. So maybe could be happening. What they say, the 12th. That's this week.
Yeah.
They should.
Today.
Yeah, the week of the 12th, I guess it said.
Ah.
So they should be. Yeah, debunking or whatever they do. Bunking or debunking that. So, check it out.
What do I do?
Do you remember F-Zero? Did you like that game back in the day?
Yeah, I was a big fan of F-Zero. Really cool game.
Well, it looks like lost F-Zero games recreated by fans are now playable. This one's also by Willow Row. The two BS Grand Prix titles are exclusively available through Satellaview accessory for Super Famicom. It's been a long time since F-Zero fans got a full-fledged new entry in the series. Sorry, F-Zero 99, you don't count. And while the latest F-Zero isn't well, and while the latest F-Zero news isn't of the long-awaited next game officially, it might be more fascinating for fans of the franchise. Thanks to the work of the F-Zero community nerds, 2 lost games in the series are now easily accessible. Those games, which you may have never heard of, are BSF Zero Grand Prix 1 and 2. What makes the BSF Zero Grand Prix game so forgotten is the lack of cartridge release for either. The games came out in the 90s, so it isn't like digital games were prolific at the time, so where did these games release? Well, the answer on its own is a fascinating piece of tech history, folks. The BSX Satellaview was a Super Famicom attachment released in Japan in 1995 that allowed users to download games and other content through a satellite connection. Many games are released this way by having players tune into certain television channels to get exclusive content through broadcasts. The BS Grand Prix games were 2 such pieces of Satellaview content, with a series of broadcasts from 97 to 98 releasing 10 new tracks and 4 new machines. Due to the nature of the BSX system, which required broadcast content to be stored on a special cartridge and dumped to play new content, the BSF Zero Grand Prix games are incredibly rare. However, in 2018, recordings of every F-Zero Satellaview broadcast were uploaded to YouTube, which was key to bringing these forgotten games to new audiences. There are no ROMs in existence that we know of, but thanks to the footage, we had some nerdos that were able to lead a project and revive the lost games. This method behind the recreation is an impressive feat all its own. There is a tool called Graphite from YouTuber Flibbity Bibbity that essentially looks at the footage of Super Mario Brothers being played and is able to determine the exact position on the screen of Mario, as well as exact frame, perfect button input being done at any given time using the principles of Graphite. Guy Perfect was able to create a similar tool for F-Zero as then applied by uploading recordings of BSF Zero Grand Prix on YouTube. By tracking the exact position and button inputs of the recorded footage, it was able to use the tool and hours of work, checking and cleaning up tools work, to recreate the exact pixel layout of the exclusive Satellaview courses using assets from the original F-Zero. With the added help of artists Potter and Power Panda to recreate the exclusive environment art, a faithful recreation of BSF Zero Grand Prix 1 and 2 was created and is now available for free to fans of F-Zero on the internet. While it offers a faithful representation of the game, the team behind the project still offers a physical copy of the broadcast software, even offering a $5,000 bounty for carts and ROMs, maybe one in the future. We will be able to see how just accurate this recreation is against the real thing. So, super nerd shit, but kind of cool.
Yeah, I was a big F-Zero fan. That was one of the was that not one of the original SNES games that dropped?
With the system, or
I don't know if it was with the system or not. I think it was one of the early ones though. That I mean, I remember it super early on. So, but yeah, cool game.
yeah, I thought I'd like to. I like to kind of fuck with that. That might be kind of cool.
Yeah,
But
I think
I
so
played
too.
that. I think everybody played a lot of F-Zero back in the day.
Yeah, cool game. I keep saying how cool it was, but man, if you haven't played it, go back, get a blast from the past, and see if is there. I wonder if there's a ROM online you could get down on or check out.
I think if you have the Switch, you can get on there, and I think F-Zero 99 is on there, and the original too. So you can definitely get on there and check it out.
Sweet.
You ever eat Taco Bell anymore?
Not much, but when I usually find myself eating Taco Bell is when if I'm going to a really rural town and I'm not on the road as much anymore, but yeah, that was probably in those small rural towns when there's really only fast food. That would be my go-to if I had to choose fast food. But you know what? I like it. I'm not going to act too good for it. I like some Taco Bell.
So what are you getting at Taco Bell?
Quesadilla every time. I like a good quesadilla. I used to love those cinnamon twists too. God, those were good.
Oh yeah. So you get the chicken or the steak?
You know what? I swap it up depending on how I feel, but my preference is the steak. What do you like? What do you like at Taco Bell?
I don't eat that shit. Well, back in the day, I would get like just a crunchy beef tacos, like 3 or 4 of them, and cinnamon twists are actually pretty good. But I don't eat it anymore, man. It make me shit like a damn Clydesdale.
Yeah, it's not something I get down on regularly. Yeah, that's really about the only time I do is if it's a rural town. Man, here's the thing: most of American rural towns off the beaten path are. God, that wind is howling outside. So if you hear anything that sounds like wolves
Yeah, I
howling,
wonder what that was.
yeah, it's the wind behind the window, and the window's closed. That's how bad it is. But yeah, man, you're gonna have a McDonald's, you'll have a Burger King, you'll have a Wendy's, and you'll have a Taco Bell and a Waffle House. Waffle House would be the ultimate go-to if I have a chance to stop. But yeah, out of all those, I always Taco Bell.
It looks like they had some kind of like E3-ish kind of thing. Zach Swain, or would you be excited about a giant cheese that's stuck inside a crunch wrap?
I don't think so.
Well, it looks like they had a 2024 live Moss event. It was basically a Taco Bell mini E3. I don't know. This is weird. So basically, kind of like I guess like Apple and all those fuckers do that dumb shit for their products. New shit coming out, kind of thing.
Right.
So he's talking about all the new stuff, and I guess this thing is one of them. You got a big cheese it in a fucking thing, and then Baja Blast ice cream. That sounds, I don't know. I just don't know about this food. Cheez-Its, man. I've heard some really bad things about Cheez-Its. Like it's not a good thing to eat. It's got like this crazy ass ingredients in it, just like Doritos, man. Yellow 5, got some petrol shit in there. No, Pop Tarts. That's what it was. They have like some kind of derivatives of petrol. What the fuck, man? Are they feeding us? I gotta say something for Europe, man. At least they got better food regulations, dude.
They got a lot better food regulations. Yeah, I'm not a. Yeah, I like cheese. See, here's these things. I like these things. I like Cheez-Its. It's not something I buy because I'd eat them and I don't want to eat them. They're not good for you. They apparently have petrol in them. So
I think that was, I don't know about cheeses, but I know that Pop Tarts have that petrol derivatives. Cheez-Its have something different. I don't know if it's because of the dyes and shit, but it's something I was reading that ain't good. And I used to like Cheez-Its, man, but they did kind of mess my stomach up.
Yeah, I agree with that. They definitely kind of fuck with my stomach too. I don't hate it. Like I said, to each their own. It's not something I'm gonna get down on, and that's why I tell people all the time. I don't really eat healthy. I eat what I have here, so it is healthy. So I guess I'm bullshitting you with how I'm saying it, but I don't bring bad shit into the house because I will eat it. If you leave Skittles around or Cheez-Its or shit like that, man, I'm gonna get down like a motherfucker because it's delicious. It has bad shit, but man, when you want it and you see it, you're gonna think, fuck it, who cares?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, they're good. I don't think I would be interested in the a Cheez-It Crunchwrap. Is that what it was?
Yeah, but a big Cheez-It in a Crunchwrap, I think.
I don't know if I could do that.
And a cheesy chicken crisp panda. Shredded cheese-filled chicken stuff empanada. That doesn't sound weird. But now they said they're bringing chicken nuggets to the menu.
That just seems weird at Taco
Bell. That is weird.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I am not too sure, but well, Taco Bell will be there to give you guys colon cancer, folks. So be on the lookout, everyone, and enjoy. I don't think there's any. Is there anything else here that's interesting? I don't think so. I don't want to see anything else but yeah. So that's it for the news, folks. Bah.
That was a lot going on in the news.
Yeah, I guess so. There's a little bit going on there. For all you fuckers out there that like basketball, Kansas 50, Texas Tech 77 on ESPN right now. You been following any b-ball there, Wiggy?
I never watch it. There's a lot of people that I know that are overall sports fans that really watch just sports all day, and I wish I was that person. I'm not, man. I like football. I'll get down a little baseball, but basketball, nah. I mean, I've never watched a whole basketball game. I don't even think I've ever watched a whole quarter of basketball.
Man, back in the 90s when Jordan was playing, that was different, and I think every kid watched basketball then because that was different.
You got a point there. I would say back then I probably watched it. There was probably times I definitely watched it back then. Nowadays, hell no.
Hell no.
What it
No, I don't either. But back in the 90s, I definitely did the NBA on NBC, and John Tesh did that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he composed that theme music there.
Yeah, John Tesh was a talented motherfucker.
I wonder what old John Tesh is up to nowadays. Is he dead? I don't think so.
No, 71 years old. I just taking a look at it. Yeah, he still looks like John Tesh, just a little older.
Oh, Johnny T.
Yeah, he was a staple of the 90s back then.
Hannah Storm had the bowl cut back then. She's now on ESPN now, so she's been around a while and doing her thing.
Also with Lisa Gibbons on Entertainment Tonight back in the day, and she's 66 now. Still looks exactly the same.
Oh yeah, Lisa Gibbons. Hey, it's pretty hot for her age. Christy Brinkley, man, she's got to be like 70, dude. She looks amazing.
Always, yeah, absolutely, classic. Beautiful.
Crazy. She's on fire.
Yeah, she's smoking.
She's not hotter than baby guy.
Yeah, she is.
100%. What? How the hell she married Billy Joel's ugly ass back in the day? That's weird.
God, man. Oh, I don't know. He ugly.
He's a piano man.
He's stupid, yeah. That's not even my voice. What the hell?
I mean, Billy Joe's pretty cool. In the
I
middle of the night, yeah.
I guess, bro. I never got into Billy Joel. I don't know. I don't even think I got a name of a Billy Joel song. If you quizzed me. Nope, I can't think of one. Oh, Piano Man. I did say that, right?
You said Piano Man. What was? Did he do Uptown Girl?
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Okay, that's I could name Piano Man and Uptown Girl. That's the only ones I can get. I know.
Baby's my Uptown Girl, yeah.
Oh Lord, every time.
Oh, baby. Well, let's take a break, folks. We need to go use the bathroom, get some refreshments and whatnot. Then do that, and we will be right back, everyone. Hey, hope you guys got some refreshments, maybe on whatever you snack on. Not a big snacker. You a snacker?
No, I went and got some Cheez-Its and some Taco Bell. I'm kidding. No, I'm not a snacker.
I love snacking on baby, yeah.
Oh Lord,
Jeez,
I threw up in my mouth.
I'm not either, man. I mean, I used to be when I was a kid and we were in school and stuff. And but now not so much. Been on a
No,
carnivore diet, it seems lately.
have you?
I don't know officially because I think officially you gotta. Maybe it's a bit different, but yeah, I eat a lot of just meat, man. Really, yeah. Like today, had the burger, the double cheeseburger, double cheese bacon burger. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and then I had like a chicken something. But I'd like to get down on more like old Joe Rogan. He gets like all the elk meat and the more of the game meats, but they don't have that at the grocery store. You gotta like get on the internet and get that stuff or
Yeah,
go somewhere.
I looked at trying to find some elk meat around here at local shops. I think, and I can't remember, maybe it was one of the fancy butcher shops over the mountain that had some, but the price you're going to pay, you'd probably be better off just ordering it online. Elk meat's good. When we were out in Wyoming, we had some, and bison. Actually, bison's a little more. You can find it. Publix had some a couple weeks ago. I picked up I think it was a pound of it. It is more expensive, but it's pretty good. But see, I don't think it's anything. I like to just change it up sometimes. I don't think it's anything to write home about. The elk, though, is. I was a really big fan of that. But so you were kind of swinging carnivore. A lot of those guys that do that say they feel a difference in their uh, I don't know, maybe just their well-being. Do you feel anything, or you're not really strict enough to notice anything different?
Well, stop shitting blood.
No, that helps.
Oh no, I just playing. I was eating like steak. Well, no, lately like I've been doing like it's a lot of red meat, really.
Yeah,
A lot of burgers like that I'll fix, and then like I said, I haven't got a chance to really get into the game. I've had elk before; it's pretty good, but like steak, like burgers, like chicken. It's kind of the run of the mill stuff, but not like I don't do veggies. Like some people like vegetables a lot, but like I don't see. I've been seeing a lot of stuff out there now that like it's not these plant based diets, man. You're not getting the nutrition.
no.
It's like a waste of time eating vegetables when we're always told to eat vegetables back in the day. Eat your vegetables. Well, like it's not really beneficial. You're getting more nutrients out of actual just meat and stuff.
Yeah, meat gets a bad rap. I follow the studies. I follow a lot of the guys that are big carnivore proponents. As with exercise and moving, I think your body is really unique, and it just depends on how your own body and the mechanics are set up on what works best for you. Kind of like a car, there's no right motor oil for every car. Some gas works better. I think it does, but for me, I work better on you know more carnivore. I eat tons of chicken, tons of red meat.
You
I
don't do a
don't.
lot of vegetables, do you?
No, not really. I try to add vegetables in there for some of the other nutrients you're not going to get, but I do a little more fruit and change it up. More fruit. I do have some like green juice, some of the green powder, shit like that, which I think helps. I mean, I like that, but no, not a ton. And I keep the carbs. I've been carb cycling where I'll have 2 days where I eat pretty heavy carbs. It's usually Saturday or Sunday for one of the days and Wednesday on the other. And I feel like that's been helping a lot too. Yeah, I don't want to get to the
What kind of
mechanic.
carbs do you like? You bread or you pasta, right? Is it certain or just whatever?
I usually go more rice and potatoes. I try to stick with the natural foods that are from the earth. I do get down on some bread, but it's got to be something that's some good. It can't be the $1 loaf bullshit white bread. Some Killer Dave's is okay, or some Ezekiel bread, something like that. But yeah, I'll do some like in the morning I'll get some decent bagels if I'm doing a high carb day. Put some honey on them, uh, things like that. Try to get those up. And there's a good video on it. I can't explain it. I do feel like the cycling works okay for me because carbs are one of those things. If you're not burning them off, or you're not really feeling your body, you obviously don't need as much. But if you are fueling your body, and I've been running a lot more, lifting a lot more again, finally, after the arm's pretty much almost all the way healed. I feel like you can get away with more, but you don't want to eat high carbs every day. So I won't get into the whole explanation of carb cycling, but I'm with you. I do feel best when my diet is mostly meat, a little bit of carbs, a little bit of fat.
There you go. Man. Yeah, I don't know why people stay away from carbs. You need carbs, but I guess it's like, you got to get the good carbs,
Yeah.
Some of the times, a lot of pasta and stuff, it's good, but it's not good for you, necessarily, because it's kind of processed. And some of those, unless you're getting a lot of that pasta in the stores, got like chemicals and shit in it. But man, I love some pasta linguine.
Oh, I do too.
Oh, man. Yeah, man. I like meat in my pasta, but
oh, I do too. Gotta have it.
Yeah, I actually sometimes and this is not good because it's the store pasta, but it's like I don't have anything at the house. It's just sometimes you got scraps at the house. You haven't been to the store. I had like pasta, like linguine, and then I'll put some butter in there with garlic salt, and then I had this roasted garlic Alfredo sauce, man, and that shit was pretty good, dude. I shat pretty bad after, but man, it was good. There for a second, God, I took my ass to the store, got some steaks.
Yeah, steaks are the way to go, though, man. 100%. You know what I had for lunch this afternoon? I was driving. I stopped up at the Buc-ee's in Athens, Alabama. Shout out. I'm a Buc-ee's fan. I like it. Actually, it did have one of their sandwiches. I had the triple meat, which is sausage, brisket, and turkey. Delicious.
Turkey.
Absolutely. Yeah, it kind of.
I need to get down on more turkey. I feel like, but I don't know what I would do. Turkey bacon is no good.
No,
turkey. I feel like you need to know what to do with it. So I don't know. I need to look at some recipes.
I think they're good because they mix it in with the brisket and the sausage, so the leanness of the turkey doesn't stand out, but you get a good bite of white meat. So you taste, and it's in barbecue sauce, so it's pretty solid. Have you had a Buc-ee's sandwich?
I don't think so. I have to have some of that brisket though. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we did have that. God, we'll have to get down on that this football season again. Maybe we can make a run over there. We got to do it before that. We're not waiting that long. We could have a night out, maybe do some dinner. We could go pick up some shit and then come back here and eat it. But I'm a big fan of their food, man, and they pay their employees well. I don't want to start advocating for Buc-ee's over here, but it was great. I picked it up. I usually will get some of their the beaver chips. It's basically their potato chips that they cook in there out of the potato. I did not do that today. I did not want all the carbs, as we've been talking about. But the triple meat sandwich, highly, highly recommend. It was a bit of a mess trying to have that while I'm driving down 65, but well worth it.
Oh, so you was driving and eating, huh?
Oh, yeah. Woo! Yeah.
I mean, I just sometimes got to do that too, but it is what it is.
Yeah, try to be efficient. I know guys that when they go on the field, and I guess I used to as well, but not as much. I'm trying to get back home and get shit done. Some guys will stop for lunch and eat and chill and sit down. I just don't do that as much. I like to eat, get the fuck on with it.
Yeah, I usually don't eat when I'm in the field either. I just come home and be done with my shit.
That's it.
So, all right. Well, we do have a video game review. This is an old one. Dragon Quest. Titled Dragon Warrior when initially localized to North America. This is an NES title and a role-playing video game developed by Chunsoft and published by Enix for the NES was originally released in Japan in 1986 and by Nintendo North America in 1989. His first game in the Dragon Quest video game series. Dragon Quest has been ported and remade for several video game platforms, including MSX, MSX2, PC 9801, Super Famicom, Game Boy Color, Nintendo 3DS, PlayStation 4, mobile phones, and Nintendo Switch as of 2019. I might have to check out the Switch version, or I don't know if it might just be a port though. It did say port, but it also said ported and remade, so I'm not sure if they remade it or just ported it. Stay tuned for that. The player controls the hero character who is charged with saving the kingdom of Alfgard and rescuing its princess from the evil dragon lord. Dragon Warrior story became the second part in a trilogy with several spin-off anime and manga series. Dragon Quest was created by Yuji Horii, inspired by previous role-playing games such as Wizardry, Ultima, and his own 1983 game, the Portapia Zero Murder Case. Horii wanted to create an introductory RPG for a wide audience, emphasized storytelling and emotional involvement, and simplified the interface to translate the mostly Western PC game genre of RPG to the Japanese console market. Manga artist and Dragon Ball creator Akira Toriyama produced the artwork, and Koji Suriyama composed the music. The North American version features numerous changes, including battery-packed RAM save games, larger sprites, and pseudo-Elizabethan English-style dialogue. Dragon Quest is commercially a success in Japan, but its later release as Dragon Warrior in North America was less favorably received. The original version of the game sold more than 2 million copies worldwide, with 1.5 sold in Japan and 500,000 in the U.S. later. Western critics noted that the game's shortcomings, but acknowledged its importance to the genre. It inspired fan-made ROM hacks with substantial changes. The game's synthesized soundtrack has been orchestrated, and music has been performed in numerous concerts. As a whole, Dragon Quest has been credited with establishing the basic template for subsequent Japanese console RPGs. Now, this is pretty much your basic RPG single player. I remember playing this, and I played it again to give you this review. Pretty simple game, man. I mean, when you play it, it reminds me of Final Fantasy 1. So, very classic. You control a young hero who sets out to defeat a being known as the Dragon Lord. Starts with a menu to begin a new quest. You continue previous quests or change the speed in which messages appear on a screen. If you in the Japanese version, continuing a quest requires a password. In the North American version, the quest is saved onto the game's cartridge battery backup called an adventure log in the Imperial Scrolls of Honor, with options to delete or duplicate a saved quest. In a new quest, the player may give the hero any name, which the game analyzes to determine the initial ability scores and their statistical growth over the course of the game. So, not going to get too nerdy into this, but basically, the plot is a twist on the classic damsel in distress, in that the player does not even have to meet or speak with her to complete the game. And then we talked about the spin-offs. I think there was a 2 and 3. And, yeah. So basically, if you're into RPGs and old school RPGs, I think this is worth checking out. I'd give it a 2.5. And, yeah. I don't know. Did you ever play this game?
I was looking at it. It looks familiar, the screen grabs. I don't think I did, but when you said it was also, because Dragon Quest, Dragon Warrior, what was it? Was it released as Dragon Warrior on the NES?
Yep, Dragon Warrior out here. Mm-hmm.
That, man, I'm telling you, that cover art, maybe I'm just seeing it through nostalgia glasses, but it looks so familiar. I don't remember it if I did. Looking at the screen caps, it looks like it does have that NES Final Fantasies, even a little Star Tropics element. That's what you would compare it to, like a Final Fantasy. A little Zelda too.
Yeah.
Cool.
Has a menu there, you know, command, fight spell, run. That's kind of like what Final Fantasy 1 looked like.
Okay, yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, I think RPGs. I didn't really get into Star Tropics was the only one I got down on that I remember very well on NES. On Super Nintendo, got down on several. So on NES, I was pretty limited, but this one looks pretty good, man. Really, really good. Did you play any of the Dragon Warriors, Dragon Quest that came after the original? Looked like
I
there were
did
several
not.
of them.
Yeah, they had some that came out, but I did not play any of those. Maybe I should have. Maybe I'll check them out. Give you guys a review on those, but I did not at the time.
Sweet.
Yep.
Baby's my damsel in distress, yeah. I save her every day.
Try not saving her.
Don't save her.
She don't wanna be saved, don't save her. I always like the end of that. Ain't nothing going on but the money and power. Oh, Crunchy Black, get down.
Classic. Oh man. Rap's just not like it used to be. I don't even know what the kids are listening to these days. It's not that good.
No, it's not that good. I'm not. I don't know. I couldn't add any good my music. Most of my music's all classic shit. My classic rap and stuff like that. I don't get down on anything new.
I like Little Baby, yeah. It's pretty cool.
There's a couple of songs that ain't bad, but I'm not a big Lil Baby, so there's too many rappers with the name Baby. Lil Baby, Da Baby, there's Baby. Like, what the fuck, man? Come on. Jeez.
Yeah. Whis has got a baby.
I love her, yeah.
Yeah, we know. We know you love her. But oh gee. Man, you and the old wife. Y'all got anything y'all are watching now? Like any Netflix series or anything like that?
No, I've actually been thinking about that. I need to get into another. I've been trying to watch more movies and TV. I feel like we have Amazon Prime, Netflix, the Disney. I think that's all of them. I don't think we have Hulu anymore. And the kids watch all that stuff, but man, there's no shows right now that I'm into. I will go back and watch movies. I watched John Wick for the first time a few weeks ago. I feel like
Did you like that?
loved it. Thought it was great. I need to catch up on the sequels. I'm always late to the party. Everything I do is always like 10 years after it's popular. But yeah, that was really good. But no, I haven't. I feel like it's time that we find a show to watch. What about you? Is there anything on that's just you've been into movies?
Not really, man. I'm watching a lot of. I don't know if I brought this up last time, like murder mystery stuff. Like, I don't know.
I thought we
why.
talked about it a little bit.
It's all that's on. Yeah, I don't know. I need to get into something different. I don't know, man. Or maybe read books or something. I don't know.
I do read a pretty decent bit. I've actually, I'll probably read tonight. I got a book on dinosaurs, and it sounds like a kid's book. It sounds like a kid's book, but it's not. It's actually from a world-renowned paleontologist. I'd have to look and see what the book's titled, but it's really good. He talked about the evolution, the different periods, the Jurassic, Triassic, all of that, and how when we think of dinosaurs, we actually think of them as they all existed together at one time, but we don't think about what came before the dinosaurs, and it's all these weird mammals and reptiles and how they evolved into the big, scary fucking creatures that we know and love.
Is a Pliocene epic in there?
Yeah,
nice.
It's yeah. You need to read it. It sounds like you already have.
Hey man, I know about them dinosaurs. What's the other one? Cretaceous.
Yeah, I need to go. I need to get back. After I was out of town, I forgot to take it with me. I actually grabbed a book and I forgot to grab it, so I'm behind. But yeah, he breaks down the periods really well. I'm about halfway through, but really the evolution, how they say like the long neck dinosaurs, a brontosaurus, a brachiosaurus, those guys, for example, how they evolved when they were outnumbered by a bunch of dinosaurs originally that could have killed them. You would have thought they would have never got as big as they were, but somehow, they were clever and they made it through, became the biggest motherfucker dinosaurs there was, and it's really really a good book. I'm gonna have to get down on that tonight. What kind of books do you like to read?
It's been a long time since I just like got a big book and like sat down and read it. So I don't know. I'm not a big fiction person. Maybe I need to be though, but man, nothing really lately. But if I was gonna go get a book, I'm trying to think, what kind of book would I go get? Now there was a time that I liked fantasy,
Yeah,
but that was kind of way back in the day, and been a while. There was one really good book that I read. It was like one of the Dark Sun trilogy books. But then, like after that, man, I don't know. I just kind of didn't read anymore.
I mean,
I
get
need
down
to
to the
find-
library.
I don't know. They're still open. The library's still a thing.
It seems crazy, but yeah, they. I try to take the kids sometimes. Just I guess you can't really keep them in business. They're a government entity, so they're just always going to be there. But I get down sometimes. Go by there and grab some shit. The thing is now the depressing thing is if you went back in the day as a kid, I remember going there actually getting books that had just released, being excited. And kind of like going to the video game store. You're like, oh, it's the newest release. It just dropped. My local book. Now it's all those same books. They never update it because nobody goes. It's a bunch of old shit.
I remember the reference section.
Yeah, get down on that. I get down on that sometimes.
Yeah, it was. I don't know, encyclopedias and shit. But
Yeah, it's still there.
nice.
But I do go sometimes. I actually renewed my library cards and got the kids' library cards this year. But they also do a lot of other things now, and you can go. They
Don't you
have
like passport pictures there and stuff.
I don't know if ours does passport pictures, but you can rent like pickleball gear if you wanted to play. I think they actually have disc golf rentals. Maybe I wonder if that shit gets lost all the time. Yeah, they have little things like that. So it's kind of, it's not just a ton of books in there. They have things you can rent, borrow. I'm trying to think of all this shit. I'm really not selling the library for people that need to check it out. But yeah, it's not too bad. So check out your local library, see what they have to offer, guys.
God, I haven't been in so long.
Let's just do that this weekend and get all the homies to meet down there.
The library. I remember there was this guy that used to go down there. It was something was wrong with him. His name was Curtis. He rode one of those weird bikes, man.
What the hell's a weird bike?
It's like one of those old school bikes, like a bicycle, with like the really wide handlebars. You know what I'm saying? Like wide angle, like fucked up. And he was like a fat fucker, and he'd be like, "Hey, can I smell your feet?" Yeah, a weird motherfucker. I swear to God, his name was Curtis.
It sounds like it.
Yeah, there's something wrong with his ass, but
I can tell. He's smelling feet and shit. Damn.
can I smell your feet?
Curtis
Look
fucked
at me,
up.
bitch. Curtis. Yeah, Curtis had a condition, but anyway.
Yeah. So yeah, he's what happened to Curtis? Now
He
I'm
probably
invested.
dead now, man. That's been a long time ago. There's no way. He looked like he was in his 30s or 40s back then.
Oh damn, Curtis.
Yeah, he was slow, man. But I think he was harmless.
I was pulling for him.
I'd be surprised if I found out he murdered a bunch of kids. So
Oh God,
I don't think so.
Don't be doing
I
that
don't think
shit.
so. Yeah. So, Curtis. Oh, Curtis, Springville Road.
Say it ain't so.
Say it ain't so. Oh man. So
It's another time for me and baby, y'all. I'm going.
man, this guy. What's on tap for the week, my friend? Like, what you got going on?
We talked about Valentine's Day. I guess we already had dinner. I'm gonna have dinner Saturday. I'm gonna take the kids out too this time, so everybody's going out Saturday. So 2 weekends of dinner, probably some stuff on Wednesday, probably just some little goodies. Probably working at the house. Another quiet, cold, chill week. What about you, my friend? It sounds like it's just kind of, again, that chill vibe in the air. But we'll have some UFL coming up in the spring, I imagine.
Oh yeah, that is coming up, so stay tuned.
You got any plans this week? Are you working out in the field?
I'm always working in the field, so not too much, man. Just same old shit, so we'll see. And then, that about it, folks. Do you have any final thoughts before we get out of here tonight?
You know what? I did have some final thoughts. Let me see where I put them, because I got a couple of them. Damn it, where the hell did it go? Oh my God, I can't even believe where I put them. You know what? I'm just throwing this one out. This was a chat GPT. Embrace the chaos in your life, for within the chaos lies your greatest strength. That sounds like something that came off of Dragon Quest.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's very, I don't know, what's the word for it?
Whimsical?
Whimsical.
I don't know if that's the right word.
Epic.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think that one. Here's the other one that I had. Remember, life is too short to drink bad bourbon or listen to dull stories. And if you're listening to our podcast, you're never listening to any dull stories, so tune in next Monday as well. Everybody has a podcast. Grant Mills, what you got going on this week? And take us home.
Yeah, so, just trying to make it through another week this week, folks. Hope all you guys have a good week. And upcoming weekend as well. We're not going to have any kind of football. That sucks. But keep on carrying on, folks. And check out the old episodes. Hit the subscribe button. And we'll be back next week at 9:30. And a dirty for you all. So please tune in. And tune in and tune out, as they say. But I don't do LSD. And all y'all have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here next week, folks. Hey, Rodney, get in the chat.